What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Oh my god, we're joining Teddy. That wasn't planned. Teddy just barged through my door and made it known, hey, I'm the star of the show. So I'm gonna give him his moment. Hey, Teddy. Teddy? Oh, he's such a, do you know what? He's actually such a cutie, isn't he? Oh my god, okay. Come back to me. I'm the focus. Hi. Everyone's literally going to be like, no, Keisha, Teddy's the star of the show. He is, isn't he? We're going to go ahead and again talk about Sydney Sweeney and Zendaya. But I made a video yesterday talking about this alleged feud, and the word on the street, don't know what street it is, but word on the street is that there is a feud that's been brewing between Zendaya and Sydney, and that would come because of Sydney Sweeney's controversial ad with American Eagle. Sydney Sweeney has great genes and all of that, and a lot of people linking it with like white supremacy, and a lot of people finding the commercial to be completely out of touch and racist. Most importantly, racist. Let's call it what it is, okay? And Zendaya has been very vocal about how she feels towards Donald Trump, and that was when he was first elected back in 2016. So, even from the time of him being first elected to now, imagine the way Zendaya praised this man and looks at him with outrage and disgust. Okay, so at the end of the day, I want to make this very clear: you are allowed to believe in what you want to believe in, right? But I do think there's this thing called ethics, morals, boundaries, and if someone's crossing it and if someone is causing disrespect and making you feel uncomfortable, you shouldn't be around that. Zendaya is not in the wrong if it was true that she wanted to distance herself from Sydney Sweeney in real life, but even on the red carpet. If she doesn't want to stand next to Sydney Sweeney because it may look weird, someone in the general public may, not even someone, people will start pointing the fingers at Zendaya and saying, girl, that means that you stand for this, or that means you're back in Sydney Sweeney, whatever. Some people look at things like that, and I don't always agree with that narrative. I just don't think that always makes sense. But I do think in certain contexts, sorry, sure, why not? Okay. For me personally, I wouldn't look at it that way, but there are a lot of people who will probably start to drag Zendaya, and we know Zendaya is a classy babe who is hardly in any controversy. Her and Tom Holland, they mind their business, get their peas, get their money up in it, and call it a day. Like, that's what you've got. You've got to commend that, especially when it seems like everyone's messy. These two just mind their business, get engaged privately. She's got a whole flipping rock on her left finger, yeah? Like, babes, what's to not admire about that? I think they just keep things very low key, and I don't know. I've always loved Zendaya for that, especially growing up and watching her on my screen and everything with like Shake It Up and everything. I just feel like she's a classy babe who wants to keep things cute and keep it very demure, but also business is important to her. We know that she works on set, obviously, playing Rue, like I've told you guys, but I believe that I can't remember, she's either a director, one of the directors, or one of the producers of the show. So, she has got a position to play. She has to be smart, and she's got to think from every single angle. And it seems as though, again, if this is true, that she's doing exactly that. Now, there's this blind item that is going around saying that Sydney Sweeney was like flirting with Tom Holland on set. I was going to say Tom Daly, but then I realized, babes, what the flip am I doing? Tom Daly, isn't he the diver? I'm about to dive in. Not in that way. I meant the Olympic dive, the sport. You little nasty. Sydney Sweeney was flirting with Tom Holland. That is just so mad. Because if that's true, it's like, babes, he's going to go ahead and tell Zendaya in about, what, 0.2 seconds. So what are you doing? Now, this blind item was alleging that she was, giving him flirty eyes, and she was preying Tom Daly. Sorry, while Zendaya was, on set. Again, because she's got one of those big positions for the show, she's got to make sure everything looks good. She's got to approve of everything before it comes out. So she's got a very important position, and those hours on set, I can imagine, are hours and hours and hours and hours. And Zendaya just seems like a perfectionist anyway. So there you go. Mix all of that together. You got the worst of all worlds. You've got the worst of all worlds, because you've got someone allegedly like a Sydney Sweeney swooping in trying to get your man. Do you know how crazy it is? Now, we do know that Euphoria has wrapped up filming. I think it was October, if I'm not mistaken, or early November. So just recently, to be honest. But we do know also that there's paparazzi photos of, Tom visiting Zendaya on set and, just being a supportive fiance. And I love that for them. I just love them. I think they just make sense. Have you ever looked at a couple before and just like, you know what? Sure. Yeah. Like, duh. Yeah. If this is true, then that would basically mean that she isn't even playing a character on Euphoria. This is just who she is, aka Cassie. Because was it not also Cassie that tried to steal? She not even tried to, she did, and fell in love with her best friend's man, Nate Jacobs. Also, I just feel like, babes, where's your morals? Like, where's your morals in terms of every aspect? I do think to some degree, honestly, politics is important when it comes to who you surround yourself with, who you get a relationship with, because I want to know how you view the world. It's not, oh, but it's just politics. Nah, for me, it's ethics. For me, it's like, okay, what are your morals? Do you have morals as a human being? Also, I've had to cover up this big old zit that was on my face in yesterday's video because, my God, it's still there today. A day later, it has not left my face. I mean, the cheek. So I've had to put on these clear pimple patches, but how clear is it if you can still see it? Like, the false advertising on these products is absolutely crazy, yet I still buy them each and every time. I need help. But the reason why a lot of people are not finding this hard to believe is because allegedly, keyword here, illegally, there is a tweet where someone had tweeted that Tom Holland is so goddamn fine. That was Sydney Sweeney's account liking the account. Now, hold on, wait a minute, because this is too much for me to take in. I'm hearing all this. I'm like, excuse, who, what, where, when? Excuse me? Are you dumb or stupid? Pick one. This is absolutely mad. There's certain people, respectfully, people do not play about. Now, I get it. Every celebrity, you know, they're human beings. Like, there's nothing special about, like, there should be nothing special about them. Everyone should just focus on their own lives. Ah, we get it. But when it comes to Zendaya, people do not play. When it comes to Zendaya and Tom Holland, people do not play. They love them as a collective, right? So if this is true and this comes out as it being confirmed that you tried to do a mad one with Tom Holland, babes, you just, ugh. So far this year alone, it's not looking too good, bruv, is it? I don't hate Sydney Sweeney because I don't know her personally. She hasn't done anything directly to me. However, calmer, I just feel as though she gives messy. She gives somebody who stands on business, stands on their business and what they got going on, and stands on it 10 toes and means what they say. Because at the end of the day, all a human being has is their word. So, look, she's standing on it. She literally has no problem with the ad commercial. She said in another interview, I just love jeans.
I'm literally in jeans and a t-shirt like every day of my life.
Jeans are uncontroversial. Jeans are awesome.
Yeah, I like your jeans.
You look great in your jeans. I think I know how you're going to answer this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I mean, the president tweeted about the jeans ad, or Truth Socialed about the jeans ad, and that just seems to me like a very crazy moment for anyone, and I wondered what that was like.
It was surreal.
It was surreal.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be totally human. I would probably feel like thankful that somebody had my back in public, you know, and conveniently some very powerful people had my back in public. And I wondered if you felt that way.
I don't think that, it's not that that feeling I didn't have that feeling, but I wasn't thinking of it like that, or like of any of it. I kind of just put my phone away. I was filming every day. I'm filming Euphoria, so I'm working like 16-hour days.
But Sydney Sweeney may not be a cup of tea, bitch. Thankfully, go and have a matcha, go and have a coffee, and that's just the way it goes. I don't hate Sydney Sweeney. I just dislike the way she's gone about certain things, and also her boyfriend being Scooter Braun. Ah, leave off, yeah. So if it is true that she was feeling Tom Holland, girl. I don't know when that tweet, like, I don't know when she liked that alleged tweet. It may have been before she knew she was going to land the role of Euphoria. So before she knew she was going to be working very closely with Zendaya. If that was the case, then sure, that's, who cares? But from those photos, that don't look like the Tom Holland from 2017. Like, this is the newer Tom Holland, yeah? The one who's got it together, the black girl effect. No shade. You know, I look at him, my eyes are a bit more open now. No shade. Like, okay. I'm kind of there with you, kind of there, but do you know what it is? Maybe it's like the girlfriend effect. Anyways, but if this tweet would come when you were working on set with Zendaya, you were just messy, and there's so many girls like Sydney Sweeney, and you need to be careful of them because they do not mind taking your life, stealing your life, and being you. Baby, there will never be another me. I'm the only me, you're the only you. Stay in your lane. Like, that's literally how it goes. But there are so many, like, snidey people who will big you up, because the thing is, Sydney Sweeney has literally praised Zendaya when she won an Emmy as well. She was like, yeah, I'm so proud of her. Like, there are so many people who tell you things that you want to hear, and they think they're just being genuine, but they're not. They couldn't even spell genuine. So I just hope to God this is not real. But the reason why a lot of people believe it is because a lot of people just don't rock with the way Sydney's been behaving this year, so they wouldn't find it hard to believe that she is also trying to home wreck a relationship that's on its way to marriage. At this point, Tom and Zendaya are married in my eyes. But again, if this is true, then you're just messy boots, and my God, my goodness me. Sydney, you gotta get it together, you know. At some point, you've got to care. But then again, it's like, if the bitch don't care, she don't care, respectfully. She doesn't care. Sydney Sweeney doesn't care. She hasn't doubled down. She hasn't made any statements. She hasn't gone to do an interview and say, I completely get where people are coming from, and I'm gonna, like, none of that. Where's her team? To my knowledge, when someone does something problematic, they usually have a team forming some sort of statement for them, a team coming out say, hey, Sydney girl, you need to like undo damage control. Hello? PR 101. But for Sydney, she's just popping out, showing out, I don't want to talk about this. That's what she would do in one of the interviews. I don't really want to talk about this situation. And then another interview, she'll talk about the situation and say, I just love wearing jeans. I just love jeans. I don't find an issue with the commercial. Girl, I don't think it makes Zendaya a bad person for having ethics and for having integrity, for having morals, and for having a boundary. Zendaya is allegedly giving the energy of like, bitch, don't stand next to me. Don't pose next to me. I'm gonna do my own thing. You do your own thing over there, that way. Because if you're all about that base, be all about that base over there. But I'm all about this base over here. I can stand next to Hunter. I can stand next to Jacob Elordi. I can stand next to Alexa Demi. And I'm good. We can still promote this show, but bitch, go over there. Now, knowing Zendaya is less of the B words in it, more classy. But you know, when it comes to class, I'm classy like 5 times out of the 7 days of a week. The 2 days though, bitch, I'm a little, I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm sure Zendaya's got a feisty side. Everyone's got a feisty side. I think for us, she does strike me as someone who does keep it classy and cute, but can obviously stand up for herself. I'm not trying to say she's a pushover or anything. Classy is great, and classy is always going to win. Rise above it, you know, just, you know. But Sydney Sweeney, it really is so, like, interesting to me. She's so content and confident in herself right now. She doesn't care about making it up to the public. She is so confident that these billionaires around her are going to just like back her up, and she's always going to be protected. We know Jeff Bezos is investing in her lingerie company, which I'm not sure whether it's out or whether it's set to come out soon, but we know that. We also know that she's dating Scooter Braun, who is a billionaire himself, a messy, greedy one. I mean, which billionaire isn't, right? She's in the right rooms. She's making those connects. I don't know, maybe she feels like she's not going to be doing the whole acting thing for a long time, so she's trying to establish this and get this going and running. That would be smart, but I do think there's a way to go about it. I think there's a way to play the game. I think there's a way to not please. You never want to please people. You never want to be saying stuff or doing stuff just to please people. You want to live for you and live in your truth. And I guess Sydney Sweeney's doing that, and we're all waking up to it right now. And it's such a shame because I actually find her talented. A lot of people are like, you know what? She's not even that pretty. She's overrated. She's this, that, and the other. I think she's pretty. God, let me not finish that sentence. I think she's pretty. I think that she's also talented. I think that, you know, had this whole year not happened for her, I think people would still like her and still wait to see, okay, girly pop, what are you going to do next? People love her on White Lotus. So there's all of that, really. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like she's going away anytime soon. But I do think she needs to get it together because a man ain't going to save you. If you think he's going to save you, no man is going to save you. You got to make sure you get it together. Fix your attitude a little bit. Come correct. You don't need to change who you are as a person because, babes, this is clearly who you are. And, you know, and I get it, human beings can change and evolve and grow and learn, but you need to be willing to learn, Sydney, at your big age of 28, babes. Get it together. Remember that. To anyone watching, no man is going to come and save you. No man is going to come and save you. They can promise you the world and promise you whatever, but they're not going to come and save you. Have your own. And what I would do if I was you is try and make it up to the public, make it up to the general public. Like, you know what? I have a lot of damage control I got to do. I got to fix things because people aren't rocking with me right now. Now she's released a couple of movies. A few of them have been flops. People are not leaving their house to see you in cinemas. People are not leaving their house to even stream you from the comfort of their own home. I told you guys this before. People have been very intentional with their decisions. And that is also Zendaya. So big up Zendaya for having morals, integrity, and taking a stance on something that she believes in. Not many people do that. Really, really do respect somebody who's like, you know what, this is my word, this is final for me, this is where I'm at. Some people could argue and say, but isn't Sydney Sweeney doing that? Sure, she's doing that, and she's having to see with the repercussions of her actions. Now, has she still got fans? Absolutely. She's probably gained new fans too, Republicans, people who are Trumpies. And wear that red hat that says, you know what, also please, after season 3, we don't need another season of Euphoria, just please. I saw a photo of Alexa Demi, she's already like a pretty skinny girl, but I saw a photo where she looked extremely skinny, and I just hope everyone's okay. Because that set of Euphoria, my God, would probably give me headaches, anxiety. I don't know. I hope everyone's okay. I hope they're safeguarding, and I hope everyone's well, because that photo that I saw of Alexa Demi. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. I'm always like intrigued to like read comments and see what it is that you guys think. Because one thing for me to have an opinion, you guys are allowed to agree, disagree. Like, you're your own person, right? So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Also, what other videos and topics you guys want me to cover, because you guys are going to be getting me every single day for the month of November. You're sick of me already, aren't you? Like, I know there's that one person who's like, Keisha, I feel like I've seen you too much. But yeah, we're gonna try and switch up the content, talk about a bunch of different things, people, things, it's whatever the hell's, I don't know. We just talk and yap because we're what? We're yapaholics. Okay. Should I start calling you guys yapaholics? I would love like a fandom name for my supporters, but I just don't have anything creative I can call you guys. So if you guys are much more creative and more intelligent than me, which is maybe a lot of you, please do leave some creative names I can call you guys. Like, I want to be able to say, hey, bleep. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.